It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You tune into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Have a stretch, just like Wild just did, because it's a wonderful Wednesday. And we really do have you covered in all aspects this morning. We have music, we have pizza, we had smart watches from Huawei. And right now, we're talking about good and bad debt. Now, you know, many of us find it rather hard to talk about our finances. I mean, it's true. We might feel embarrassed or worried about being misunderstood. And lately, there's been a lot of chatter around the concepts of good debt versus bad debt. And especially as we navigate, I think, tighter budgets and rising costs, because, I mean, that's our reality.
Life's expensive right now,
It's too expensive, I'm telling you, absolutely. Some people think, should I really take out a loan for my education, right? I know you've thought about that once or twice. Or even, is it worth financing that new car? It's way easier to get confused about what kind of debt is actually beneficial when you're sitting with it in front of you going, which way do I go?
Yeah, exactly that. It's a crazy world we're living in, but we are here to serve you, Mzansi. So let's break it down. We're talking good debt versus bad debt. What should we really be aware of? This is the
that's a
dying
good
question.
one.
Now, it's something that I think about all the time, because you've got these options of good debt, and I think you've got to understand that for what it is. And good debt to me could be completely different to you.
Absolutely.
I think at the end of the day, it's about that ROI. Are we able to, let's say, invest in our future?
Yep.
What would be an example of that, maybe? Like
education. You mentioned
I think
education.
that would
I think
be
it's a good debt to invest in your education, because you know this is something that you are investing in to better yourself, to potentially make a better living for
Exactly.
yourself.
Yeah, so bring a
going
bigger
forward.
income in,
So that for me is a good debt.
Makes sense.
You know, something, a mortgage, you know, it's an investment, it's an asset. Buying a home is a really good investment. Yes, it's a huge amount of money, and yes, it could potentially be also a struggle to keep it up, but if you can manage it, it is a really, really good debt to get into.
And building up your net worth
but-
as
but
well.
Especially versus paying something like rent, where you're literally losing that every month. So that
Like,
makes sense.
Bad debt, in my sense, you know, personal loans and abusing your credit card, you know, because the credit card, we know it. And even, I think, when it comes to vehicles, a vehicle can be, in my opinion, a good debt, because especially if you buy something that is enabling you to do what you need to do. But a bad debt with regards to something like a vehicle, when you go and you purchase a vehicle that's, you know, you can't afford, but
Outside
you
your
want to
tax
drive
bracket.
it just because it's a cool thing, it's a cool factor.
Drop.
It's lacquer, but you're battling with the payments, and remember, you're going to have to upkeep that vehicle. You're going to get stranded at some point if you don't upkeep it. That is a bad debt. Credit card, you spend on unnecessary things because it's easy to swipe a credit card.
Yeah, I
You know
also
what I'm
think
saying?
about like luxury items. I mean, to your point about that car, it's a vehicle. It's there to get you from one place to another, like a tool. You don't have to go crazy with it. Also, designer bags. We love those. I love me some jewelry, some bags, some clothing. But is it an investment? Is it bad debt that you're getting yourself into to buy that bag that costs 100,000, 60,000 rand?
No, the trap that a lot of people are falling into as well is the online shopping. Because how often do you find yourself just scrolling on these online shopping apps, right? And you're like,
Add to
I
cart.
didn't know I need this, but I want this right now. And then you just add it to your cart, and it's like, that's fine. Credit card.
I accidentally put my credit card on my phone, guys. Be careful.
Yeah, bro.
It's too easy to spend money when you can just go blip, blip. I'm not looking at anything. I'm just like, cool. You don't feel it.
and then
you look at it and month like, oh, what? How did this number
spent
get
my
you?
money?
Yeah,
Who
I
was
start
that?
questioning people. What did you do? Did you take my card? So be careful, guys. And I think that's maybe an example of bad debt if you're not being accountable and not spending your money on the right things.
Can I just point it out? Small amounts.
Yep.
Because in the moment you're like, small amount, it's $200 or whatever. Small amounts add up.
You can. I can verify that. It definitely does.
It gets us for sure, especially items that don't appreciate over time. Food, we eat it, is gone. I'm talking about nice, fancy food, obviously. We don't always have to eat out every night, okay? And that does add up. You're right.
So I think it's really just taking a look at your setup, your life, what is important for you, what you really need to think about to distinguish between a good debt for you and a bad debt. I think that's pretty much how we need to look at it so you can empower yourself to make those smarter financial decisions. Now remember, for more financial literacy advice, check out ABSA's YouTube page for their I Grew It series with Tumi Maraka. She's fantastic.
She's amazing.
It's insightful, it's entertaining, and it really helps address those financial questions that we might have. Make sure you take care of your finances.
There are stories of creators, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
Well, speaking about money, yes, you need to financially make sure you're good and stable, but here might be a way for you to get to that point,
Put
right?
up some debt.
We've got you every reason to get you filling up those pockets, and it's going to happen when you play the Lotto for a life-changing 70 million rand in estimated jackpots this Wednesday. That's a lot of money,
That's
right?
a lot of
much
money, man.
money.
I don't think, if you manage it properly, there's no such thing as bad debt for you then.
Credit cards.
So don't get left behind. Play now. Buy your tickets in store. You can do it on the National Lottery.co.za website, the mobile app, cell phone banking, or you can enter via USSD by dialing *120 *7529#.
I love that. All those details, of course, are on our Expresso social media pages, so check them out. And Panda Pusher Play Lotto for an estimated 70 million rand jackpot today. And I'm just saying it, you could win big, all right? I trust it, I believe it. Crossing fingers for you.
Go do so responsibly. We'll see you after the break. We'll be back.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, let me tell you, with warmer days finally on the horizon, let's transform our backyards and outdoor areas into stunning dining spaces. And here to share some expert tips on exactly how to do that and elevate our alfresco entertaining this season is architectural designer Jean Duomedy. Thank you so much for being here again. It's so lovely to always have you because I know I'm in for a treat. I mean, Jean, look what's before us. This is stunning. We want to be outside when the sun is outside too. How do we do that skillfully?
And doesn't it feel like the sun is actually out at
It
the
is
moment?
out now.
Finally,
We've been waiting.
Carissa, outdoor dining is the best kind of dining. To take stuff outside and just sit in that beautiful weather is just actually the best.
Yes.
So at the moment, we're looking at a beautiful palette. The new season palette and the trends coming through are all beautiful natural products, a lot of woven. We're seeing stripes coming through, and we're finally seeing beautiful colors.
Yeah.
So you can see on our table over here, we've chosen to look at beautiful sage greens, bringing the leaves of the trees onto your table. We're still seeing beautiful dusty earthy pinks, and I love that because I think that was a little bit in last season too. So never forget that you can use items that are already in your
Exactly.
artillery, bring them onto your table, and you can see that here.
Love.
Yeah.
I also love how you brought in, like you mentioned, the natural elements. I'm seeing that might be a trend now where throw a fruit on the table, throw a veg on the table, have it be
Absolutely.
part of the decor.
Absolutely, and look how beautiful that fruit platter is on that beautiful timber tray. And just keeping to the natural, you know, you can really bring it, you know, dried flowers.
Yes.
I think that's so important, especially when you're outside, especially when you're eating under the trees. I think that's vital.
I love that. Now, speaking about being outside and eating under trees, glass can sometimes be a little bit risky, especially if we've had one or two mimosas too many.
Absolutely.
I'm noticing these are not glass, which I was so shocked by.
Don't
What are
you-
we working with?
Are they fantastic? So these are actually BPA-free acrylics, so completely food safe, but most importantly, they're family safe.
Yes.
Family and friends that have had one too many mimosas. I love the way that these glasses are actually all slightly different. They're highballs, they're lower ones, and you know, be free in that. Buy things that are a little bit different, mismatched. You can use them for a table or two, or add a whole lot of different ones and use them for a bigger table.
I love that.
But all of them, everything in this range, different motifs, different textures, and that's what adds to the texture of the table again, which is what we spoke about in the beginning.
Yes, no, I love that. And also, we've come such a long way when it comes to acrylic because, you know,
Absolutely.
before you just had to have the picnic basket with the things inside that came with it, but now you can really customize it. The green is standing out for me.
Absolutely. The green, like we said, bringing in, it's a beautiful, it's almost like a neutral green, like that beautiful sage,
Right.
feinboss green.
Yes.
Again, with our dinnerware, the same as what you mentioned about the glasses, is that, again, family friendly. These are made from food safe melamine. And what we've done here again is mixed and match. You know, you can go for all stripes or you can mix it with a bit of a solid color. I think you can pile different colors on top of it. And again, I just love the fact that everything can really be enjoyed. You can take it outside, you can leave it outside while you
Right.
stand around the braai.
Knock it off the table and
Knock
it's
it
all
off
good.
the table and it's all fine. And I love that. We don't need to be fussy about things anymore. We
and
really
super
need to
precious
think in.
about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then the color mixing, I'm loving it. You mentioned, you say dusty pink?
A dusty pink is coming through.
Yes.
I really feel what I love is longevity. I think that's so important. When people invest in one season, I really think it should be brought through. And we saw a bit of the dusty pinks last season. Here again, we've mixed it in. And I think that's so great. So we're seeing dusty pinks, we're seeing color because it's the new season. People want color.
Please.
Yeah. So because of that, you know, we're going to see blues coming through later in the season. But at the moment, we've set a table that's got beautiful neutral greens and dusty pinks on it, all earthy tones still, which I love. So it's grounded.
Exactly.
But there's just fun to it.
Yeah, and it sort of matches the environment that you're in. You're outside, you're under the trees, like you said, so it doesn't feel like a stark contrast in where we're sitting and what we're sitting in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And yet it all comes down again to the classic stripe.
Exactly.
So on the tablecloth and our serviettes, you can see the classic stripe coming through.
But in different ways.
In different ways. A bit of classic, a bit of neutral, a lot of color.
Ombre too. I mean, look at the runner.
Beautiful dyed elements. I think this is a little nod to like handmade, hand-woven, things like that, which is a huge trend coming through again.
Lovely.
I think the biggest trend this season, though, is people just want to breathe out and have fun and feel free and not feel sorry for their dinnerware. And I really love that. I think it's fantastic. You know, even our knives and forks, stainless steel, you can put them in the dishwasher. But again, the elements of the
wood
natural,
coming in.
again, coming through. Picking up on the beautiful placemats that we've used that can be wiped. No need to feel sorry and put them in the tumble dryer or washing machine. These can just be wiped clean.
I also love that. I don't know if you're the same, but a lot of our moms or even grandmas have like that china cabinet, and that stuff only comes out once a year. You know, it's not for the everyday, not for you too. Yes. So this feels like very approachable, very easy breezy, like you said,
So
and that's
important.
the summer feel we want. Effortless.
Effortless. We want effortless.
Effortless and natural. We are here for it. Well, thank you, Jean, so much for some inspiration.
Thank you so much.
Oh my goodness, can I just say that this glass in particular is my favorite?
Well, doesn't it just look perfectly for just like the perfect little drink?
Yes!
So elegant.
With a big
Keeps
ice
everything.
cube.
Absolutely.
I've seen that all over. Well, we definitely are sorted when it comes to our alfresco dining. I'm so excited to now get outdoors and really maybe even host a couple of people. I don't know, I'll push myself out of my comfort
Just
zone.
take this table outside
Take it
for later
with
this
me.
afternoon.
Thank you, Jean, for this. That was
Thank you.
perfect. Oh.
Thanks, Carissa. Bring on the summer vibes of that table for sure. Right now, we're going to sort you out with some DIY, though. It is time for another episode of Handy Heroes. And today, the experts from Mercury Build It in Brakpan share their DIY hacks. and valuable paint tips to help you make your next DIY an absolute breeze.
Powered by Plascon, today's handy hero comes from Mercury Build It in Brackpan.
Store was built in 2016 by the Mercuris family and has been trading since 2016. This Build It store is one of the flagship stores at Build It. We cater to all customers, the low income, the medium income group and the high income group. So we cater to everyone. What I love is mostly with the customers that are walk-in customers, they are friendly to the staff, they're patient with us. We are not perfect, but we try and cater to those customers and they're welcoming to the service that we give to them. We've got a wide range of products. Being a flagship store has gotten us to a point where we have a lot of Plascon products. So my favorite Plascon product is the Polvin. The Polvin is low order. It dries very quick. You can use it inside the house and outside as well. And it's a good product to use for people that are asthmatic. My DIY tip is, if it's not broken, don't fix it. If I would say my motto is, fix the cracks, fill them in with crack filler and paint. Before painting, don't leave the crack because then it's going to come back again over and over.
Today's handy heroes is powered by Plascon Wall and All. Unmatched dirt, stain, water and fade resistance to keep your walls beautiful for years. Plascon, together we've got this.
It just hit me now. We go to the pharmacy to see things with regards to health, and then we go to these incredible hardware stores to just change up our sanctuary. And I think it's the perfect occasion for all of us entering a new season to add that new spruce of life with some color, and it doesn't get easier than that. I think I'm here for it, man.
Paint away. Well, we definitely touched on beautiful decor indoors, outdoors, and now we need to move on to something super special.
Yeah, oh, come on. You know what? When it comes to our babies, mommies and daddies, we want to make sure babies look. Soos my oupa altyd sê, jy kan weer 'n ring trek. So we're going to sort you out with some excellent fashion from Woolies and also what we need to consider when buying baby clothes. Taryn Oppel will be joining us and give us a rather insightful ideas. Stick around after the break.
And we may or may not have a baby here. I'm just
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You tune into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso, only on S3, and get ready for cuteness overload. That's all I can say. Parenting, it's not always easy, we know this, but with Woolworths by your side, you can trust that every little detail has been taken into consideration when it comes to manufacturing Now, here to show us the coolest and the most comfy styles designed for sunny smiles and endless cuddles is stylist Taryn Oppel. Taryn, lovely to see you.
You too.
I'm looking at this and I'm just asking myself, where did the time go? My eldest is turning 12
Oh, wow.
next week.
And yeah, I am thinking, let me just not get broody while I look at all of this goodness.
It's insane. It's insane. So listen, we're talking baby clothes and maybe there's some new parents watching right now as well. When buying baby clothes specifically, what do we need to consider? What do we need to take into account?
Well, especially with the warmer weather coming along, I think fabrication is pretty up there with the top factors to consider. I would look to linen blends or poplins or something just lightweight and breathable and comfortable so that your babies feel their best, you know, in the hottest days. Color is another thing. I think neutrals and soft pastels really do lend itself to the season. It just fits so well with sunny weather. And I also feel like neutrals, other than it being really stylish, is also a great way to pass down things from baby to baby because it's gender neutral. So whether it's in your own family or friends or donations. And then when it comes to trends and prints, tropical prints are a given. I mean, they scream summer, and then you got some bold and beautiful stripes that I think always look cute on little babies. And then lastly, besides quality, safety is another factor to consider. And I think it's really good to know that Woolworths has a broken needle policy in their factory. So if a needle breaks on a machine, production stops, everything is removed and checked before a new needle is issued. And then when production is complete and everything leaves the factory, it goes through a metal detector. So it's just another way to make sure that nothing is left behind to compromise the safety of your baby.
Yeah,
and,
no, look,
I think that's
really
great.
Puts especially new parents at ease because, I mean, it's a journey. You learn about the new clothing. But I mean, at the end of the day, when you look at baby clothes as well, you want to make sure you balance being stylish but also being practical because let's be honest, babies move in different ways than grown-ups. Hulle kruip rond en klim en roll in all kinds of different positions. So how do you do that? What do you look at when you try to balance those two? Because you want to show off your baby, but you want to make sure they're comfy as well.
Of course. I think, you know, the style box, in my opinion, is just automatically ticked with Woolies babies. They really leave no stone left unturned. It's all about the color and the prints and the silhouettes are so cute. So I think that box is already ticked. And then when it comes to practicality, I mean, what baby loves to get dressed? I don't know of any baby who would sit still and enjoy that process. So you want something that has like extra poppers to make dressing easy, something with extra stretch. And then something else that I love is, you know, the adjustable waistbands that you can have your baby grow into, and then having extra buttons on dungarees just so that those items can last longer because they grow like that.
Very quick, very quick. Listen, take us through some of the options. Obviously, I've got boys, so I'm drawn to that first one that says the cool kid.
The cool kid has just
I mean, how cute is that?
No, this is adorable. And I think these are great because they are really great value for money. These come as a set.
Oh, fantastic.
And this is the tropical sort of inspiration I was talking about that you'll find on T-shirts. And then, of course, dungarees are huge, 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 huge for summer.
Just picture your little one waddling in one of these.
I know,
beautiful.
how cute. And what I love is the fabrics are just so soft and stretchy.
Ooh, that's lovely.
And I was talking about those poppers for easy dressing all along the inside, just, you know, put it over their head.
Quick nappy change.
Exactly.
You know.
Get the crying down to a bare minimum. And then I just want to touch on stripes that I spoke about earlier, these bold stripes.
That.
How sweet.
Like, take me to my yacht right now.
That is exactly what it looks like. The little moccasin could be so cute. So that's on the boys' front. For girls, I mean, it's all about the dress. It's so sweet.
And complete with the little hat.
I know, and these accessories come with these dresses, a little sun hat or a headband. And then there's obviously, you know, you got to have a girl in some florals. You can never go wrong with that. And then another sort of easy wearing item is the romper. So this is so sweet. Little cherry prints and ditzy florals, also with some hats to match, which is really, really sweet. And then lastly, we've got to touch on the denim because
you got to have some denim.
A little mini grown-up is what I like to call it. Again, the ditzy florals and this little boiler suit. So just, it's like a one-hit wonder. So you just throw it on and they're good to go. And then, of course, it wouldn't be Woolies without some mix and match sets. So these obviously are sold as separates, but you can mix and match the pants to the bottoms however you like across girls and boys. So there's so much to look forward to. Yeah.
Now we gotta see this now. What it actually looks like.
Yes.
Little baby. I believe you brought us little models. Little
They are
models.
so little. We've got Gabriella and her babe.
look
So Gabriella's
adorable.
wearing the little floral dress I spoke about. It's got a little bloom, a little panty underneath. With her hat,
man.
I mean, how cute. And then the stripes on the dungaree, linen blend fabrications, poplins, those easy, comfortable, lightweight, breathable fabrics is what summer's all about. I mean, I can't actually focus because they're so adorable. But yeah, this is what your baby can look like. And I mean, they seem very happy.
They seem so content and relaxed. I mean, she loves the little hat. She's
know, it's
constantly playing with it.
adorable.
Oh, Usi, bless you. But very cute. I mean, down to the little shoes and
No,
everything.
I mean,
man.
what's great is that, you know, with the footwear, it's also taken into consideration with the fashion so that
There we go.
you always find something to match with whatever clothing you put in.
Yeah,
on
no,
them, yeah.
look, I know from working with Woolies for many, many years, the ultimate precaution that you guys are taking specifically with the baby clothing, the fabric, the thought process that goes on within designing these outfits. So thank you very much for just making us a little bit wiser and, you know, securing us little models to show it off as well.
I literally can't take the smile off my face.
Yeah, and I think the entire South Africa just came to a complete standstill after seeing these two on screen. Thank you very much, guys. Looks beautiful.
So cute.
Yeah, go out and spoil your little one. Be that parent, you know, go and show off your little one. Sweet summer comfort. That is what it's all about. Woolworths' cotton and linen blend essentials. They're made for summer days. I can't believe it. Summer's finally here. So you can go about shopping summer styles and a whole lot more at Woolies. You can do so in-store, online, and on the app. Taryn, thank you very, very much.
It's such a
Really
pleasure.
appreciate it. Are you okay?
I mean, I've calmed down now, yes.
Just breathe. Just play with the fabrics there. It's fine. So go get your shopping on. That's fantastic.
Oh, you brooding?
I'm so broody, I can't even handle it.
You can't blame us. Those kids are absolutely cute, coming through with the best in dress for this summer and this season. So you know where to head over to and get that shopping cart list going.
I will even add to cart because I want to match somebody's baby. I don't care whose baby it is, but very adorable. Listen, we have a few more minutes left on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we want to squeeze in as much as possible, including a last chance for you to win when it comes to that 70 million rand lotto that is up for grabs today.
And making you feel like a millionaire. Why? Because Freddie L's still in the building. Oh, yeah. Ready to serve, entertain, and give you nothing but the best. They've been sounding incredible this morning. So let's get one more round to send us off into the rest of the day.
Absolutely.
But you got to do it after this. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a bit.
Only